I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from Do the Wrong Thing, a book series or extra long novel that opens with a woman describing her suicide attempt as ordinary, mundane, like brushing my teeth. In an attempt to answer the question, why did I do it? She tells her life story. We're about a third through book 4. Working title is Eyes of Different Colors. Last time I read from this book, Ava returned from Germany, but William asked her to move out. She bought some boots and cycled through minimum wage jobs. This week, I'll start with edits to the job section. Thank you for the excellent feedback. This chapter is called Germaine to William, and we're continuing in this chapter. I take 1,000,001 minimum wage jobs. Okay, 11. But when I tally them up 3 months after leaving Williams, 17 in a 1-year period. I shouldn't be proud, but I kind of am. Defiantly, I don't care about money, or I take the worst jobs possible. Why not try the stuff no one wants to do? Maybe it'll suit me, or I'll find myself at a new and horribly middle-of-the-road restaurant in the rich, artsy neighborhood where I got that book, Black Athena. Dark, shiny wood wainscoting, booths upholstered in a medium forest green fabric with a scattering of white and light plum rectangles, matching chairs and tables. I wash dishes. A teapot slips from my hands, shattering on the tile floor. I'll take that off your wages, says a man about William's age with short brown hair and a mustache. Are you fucking crazy? I stop sweeping, Doc's holding me upright like an oak. He takes me in his office and closes the door. Ava, he says, there are some things you never say to a boss. Fuck you, I say. I get a landscaping job up at 5 a.m., bus to a corporate building in the city's outskirts, push a lawnmower for 2 hours before finding my new boss and telling him I'm leaving. I'm not strong enough, I lie. I don't tell him that I'm bored, that I need distraction from meaninglessness. That's my raison d'etre, I bet. Distraction. And easy, repetitive tasks don't work. Okay, he says, taking out his wallet. He gives me $20. I'm impressed. I assumed if I wanted to get paid, I'd have to fight, file a complaint. For Greenpeace, I travel even further from the city, meeting my team at an office parking lot where we all get into a van and drive to a small town about half an hour out of Arbor. We separate, go door to door, alone, and ask people to join, which means making a monthly payment in exchange for a thin, glossy newsletter. If they don't want to join, we ask them for a one-off donation. An older man questions me about environmentalism and politics. He himself doesn't believe in environmentalism, he says. I don't know what to say, though I'm glad for the conversation and an actual friendly face. I listen to his arguments and tell him they make sense, because they do, to me, even if the opposite arguments also make sense. There's no way of knowing the answer. Only time will tell, I tell him. He agrees, but he doesn't give me any money. I go sit by a creek and wait for my shift to end. It's cold. I only brought a windbreaker. I kick my foot listlessly while sitting on the ground, arms slung over the short wooden fence that denotes bridge in this backwater boondocks, watching the water burble from the pipe below me. How do the others do it? How do they knock on doors and ask strangers for money? How do they stay happy? I should be able to do this. I believe in environmentalism. Jobs, July 20th, 1987 to July 20th, 1988. 1, waitress, forever and a day. 2, waitress cook, houseworks. 3, support worker, Arbor Women's Shelter. 4, researcher, Catalyst Research. 5, factory worker, Agri-Pipe. 6, dishwasher, Governors. 7, landscaper, CNC Landscaping. 8, canvasser, Greenpeace. 9, waitress, Market Grill. 10, dishwasher, kitchen help, Jaden Bistro. 11, waitress, kitchen help, Nichols Cafe. 12, waitress, Terry's Japanese Restaurant. 13, waitress cook, Rosie's. 14, dishwasher, kitchen help, Greenhouse Restaurant. 15, art model, Arbor School of Art. 16, basic training, Canadian Forces, swearing in ceremony. 17, waitress, the Pioneer. And then there's the stuff about her adjusting to the Doc Marten boots that she bought, and then the piece about buying the Cowboy Junkies record in the independent record store. Then diners are usually street level with a big parking lot and red and yellow text painted onto pane glass windows shouting, breakfast special, $2.99, lunch special, $5.99. This one has the windows and text, but it's up a flight of stairs in a forgettable office building 8 blocks up from Williams on the same street, right before the financial district. How did Posey find this place? Why did she want to meet here? I shift uncomfortably in the yellow plastic bowl that cradles my butt. It's mounted on a post that bends around and attaches to a central pole that holds it up, along with 3 more seats and an ivory melamine table. Shakur's and Jarrow's big brother, Anthony, is very nice, Posey says. He helps with the rent and buys food for the whole family. That's good, I say. Posey's eyes are their usual intense, sparkling selves. She wants something. I know she wants something. I stare into my empty white coffee cup with its matching white saucer below, then look up and sigh. The diner's windows are completely fogged over. Outside, dark gray clouds imprison the city, shooting it with pellets of icy rain. 2 months have passed since I returned from Germany. I've got a job at a little cafe near Arbor U, waitressing, cooking, cleaning up. The place is tiny, mainly serves students. I like the variety, the tips are decent, and the owner is an easygoing old hippie. I'm stable-ish and anxious to please William, even if it hurts. He doesn't want me, but he's given me a place to stay and fed me for free for almost 2 months. He saved me in a way. He was there when I was completely alone, and I went to Germany, returned early to be with him, and he doesn't want that. It's like we're dating and he doesn't want to move in together right away. That's what it's like. He's not breaking up with me. He's not breaking up with me. He said so. I've never lived with a lover unless you count John, the weird university housemate who ended up hitting me, but we lived together first and became lovers. And that stopped fairly quickly. Anyway, I've got a deposit and first month's rent now. Next chapter, Ugengra. Big, with a black wrought iron bed, a blue velvet armchair, and a huge L-shaped desk and office chair. The guy who was in this room will leave it all for me for $100. The other people who live here are students, both in psychology. Eric, the tall geek, is in the basement, and Marianne in the room next to the one I'm looking at. The apartment doesn't have a living room unless you count the oversized hallway with a couch on one side, facing a bookcase with an armchair squished in beside it on the other. It does have a kitchen big enough for a table and 6 chairs. In Chinatown, half a block off the main street, affordable. William drives me over with my 2 suitcases. He stands in the hallway after helping me carry them in, wearing his long wool coat, smiling. He's always smiling. Through his rain-speckled John Lennon glasses. I don't want to leave. I don't want to. I'll call you, he says. It hurts. It hurts. I don't cry. Okay, I say, nodding and looking down. I can't look in his eyes. Eat, puke. Some part of me instructs as the man I thought beneath me, who I now can't live without, closes the door softly behind him. This relationship isn't over. I'm like a Picasso painting made up of mismatched, screaming parts. William will call, he will. I want to believe that, so I listen. He only wants to take things slow. He's not breaking up with me. He said that he'd call.